Another political crisis in Greece. The country, which has suffered an economic depression since 2008, is headed for early general elections on January 25th. Because of the turmoil, the failure of the Greek parliament to elect a new president. The snap election has brought back bad memories in all of Europe. Eurozone countries fear an intensification after that crisis, and they have reasons to. The radical left series of parties leading in the polls, and its leader opposes the deep budget cuts and austerity measures imposed on Greece in 2010 as part of the economic bailout. Without those measures, the Eurozone could show renewed signs of weakness. January 25th will tell if European leaders can hold on to power long enough to lift economics in the region, or if it's back to square one. Our focus this week is on Greece. Hello and welcome to our focus on the birthplace of democracy, which has proven once again how powerful this political system can be. Greece. Now, to stabilize our understanding of this political financial instability, we're joined by Aryeh Mekel, who has served as Israeli ambassador in Athens between 2010 and 2014. Hello, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
So how did Greece end up going to the polls, and is it a positive or a negative indication of the power of Greek democracy?
No, it's a very strange situation. The Greek democracy, they believe that because they invented democracy, they can also play around with it. And they have a very strange clause in their constitution. It says that if they fail, if parliament fails to elect a new president, then there must be new general elections. In spite of the fact that the president is simply a very symbolic figure, much like in Israel, and not really the chief executive. So this is what happened. The government, the parliament failed to produce the necessary votes to elect a new president, and this is why they have now new elections.
So what scenarios are now likely to develop following these elections, and maybe what should raise concerns among the Greek public?
Well, first of all, we have to see who will win. There are two main powers that are competing. One is the current government, led by the conservatives. The party is known as Nea Demokratia, which means New Democracy, led by Prime Minister Adonis Samaras, the conservatives on one hand, and the extreme left, known as Syriza. They are on the extreme left. Now, the polls indicate right now that the left, Syriza, is leading by 3 to 5%, but this may not be the case when we get to the actual elections. I think many Greeks will get cold feet or cold hands, actually, before they actually vote for the far left. The reason is that Syriza is saying something which is a bit bizarre. They want to reopen the memorandum. The memorandum is the agreement between Greece and the European Union and the International Monetary Fund, which basically dictates how Greece will be saved from its current crisis. In other words, Greece is getting 350 billion euros over a number of years, and in return it has to produce various reforms. The left-wing Syriza, they say we want to abolish that or at least reopen it, and the Germans and the others will still give us 350 billion euros. This scenario is not likely to happen, and this is why many voters, I think, will get cold fingers before they actually put in that particular ballot.
So you mentioned the socialists and you mentioned the extreme left. Where's the right wing?
I'm sure everybody has heard of the Golden Dawn. This is a neo-Nazi party, and they are running again, and they may get 5, 6, 7%. The good news is that the government of Greece is really acting in a very forceful way against them. Its leaders, including the president of that party, have been in jail now for about a year.
Aryeh Mekel, thank you very much for your insights.
Thank you.
The Greek government debt crisis started in 2010. Since then, the European Union's financial bailout has so far helped to restore fiscal sustainability. However, the upcoming snap election could put this all under threat, as financial headlines already start to question the odds of Greece leaving the euro currency. Now, to get a local small observation about the bigger financial picture, I would like to say hello to Georgios Kalantzakis, a fish tackle wholesaler in Athens. Hi, and thank you for being with us.
You're welcome.
Hi. So tell us, how's business going on nowadays in Athens?
It's doing great. Actually, the economy is not so good anyway, but if you're working hard, you get good job.
Well, of course. Could you please tell us what difficulties have you encountered in these past years as a business owner in Greece?
Actually, the difficulties are the expenses that is getting bigger all the time. So every year we'll have something new. So the electricity, everything is getting higher.
How does the austerity policy affect the daily life?
They put taxes. I mean, it's getting insane. They just want to collect money, and some of the people here, they can't afford it.
So, Georgios, in what way do you believe that the upcoming election could maybe change this financial situation in your country?
Most of the people here in Greece, they don't want elections. Mm-hmm. They forget everything about the economic crisis. They try to do their job, and they do their business. And
how is unemployment being felt on the ground?
You can see it from the cafeteria. All the cafeterias are full. They have some people here, I think, all over the world, that they believe that you cannot work and you can be paid from the government. This is not the right thing.
Thank you very much for this interview. You can maybe have a coffee in the cafeteria now.
You're welcome.
And now, what else is going on in Greece?
The Greek tourism industry has recently suffered a heavy blow. Tourist bookings for the next year have dropped by 50% in the past few weeks. Agencies say that the drop is due to the recent political turmoil in the country. Companies too seem to have lost interest in Greece. Many have cancelled their conferences there, and several businesses who were planning on investing in the country postponed their projects. The US and Greece will negotiate a deal for the Greek military to acquire 10 CH-47D Chinook helicopters. The US State Department has already approved the $150 million deal. Experts say that the sale will contribute to both the United States and Greece's defense and security goal to ensure stability in the Balkan region. A Jewish cemetery in the city of Larissa in Greece was vandalized last month. Swastikas and threats were sprayed on the walls and on the gates of the cemetery. Several instances of vandalism in Jewish cemeteries and Holocaust memorials occurred in Greece this past year. The Jewish community called on authorities to contain the phenomenon. The European Commission has decided to reject funding for two major projects in Athens: the pedestrianization of an area in the city center and the renovation of the coastline. According to the organization, these two projects are considered cosmetic and pointless. On the other hand, a new pier is set to be built at the port of Piraeus near the capital, which should create 1,000 new jobs. A promotional video for Greek tourism has sparked controversy in the country lately. The video was criticized for including footage of the Nazi-influenced Berlin Olympics of 1936 and also for plagiarizing the work of at least two photographers. The 6-minute video has been watched by nearly 100,000 people since going online.
So obviously, Greece is a top destination for vacationing, and I-24 News' Danielle Ziri is a top traveler, a top tourist. Hello, Danielle. Hi.
Hi, Tal.
What do you have for us today?
Well, I don't know about you, Tal, but when I think Greece, I think bright sun, deep blue waters, and cliffs with those, white houses everywhere.
Of course, with Greek gods.
Exactly,
around,
right.
Yeah.
A major part of Greece's economy is actually based on tourism, you know that, and it's probably on anyone's top 10 list of vacation destinations. But today with the global marketplace, even Greece needs to find new innovative ways to keep marketing itself, to keep the tourism going in the country. And for that, the company Marketing Greece has recently partnered with Athens International Airport and launched a brand new campaign, a viral campaign called I'm an Athenian Too. So what it does is basically encourage travelers to upload their favorite pictures of their recent trip to Greece. And it's on an app, basically, that they make called I'm an Athenian. It looks a lot like Instagram, and you can upload your photo. Then you can post a little sticker on the photo, a fun, colorful sticker that says where the picture was taken or how you were feeling at the time that the photo was taken, and you can share it on your social media, Facebook, Twitter, or whatever it is.
That's nice.
Yeah, and the final product, then you post it online and your friends give you likes. The aim of the campaign is basically to encourage visitors to share Greek travel experiences with their own social media circles, and they're hoping that this will give you know, a little bit of a modern twist to the image that people have of Athens, which is usually a very antique place. By the way, they're running a competition right now, Tal.
How can I participate?
Well, basically, you go on the app, you post your picture from Greece with the little stamp on it, and it has the hashtag I'm an Athenian too, and if you get a lot of likes, you might win a holiday for two in Athens.
I will go for it for sure, and I know you wanted to tell us something about a movie, one of my favorite ones.
Yes, Tal, I know you love this movie just as much as I do my big fat Greek wedding with Nia Varlados. It came out back in 2002. It was about a very overpowering Greek family. The daughter falls in love with someone who is not Greek and who tries to, you know, fit into her Greek world and her Greek family. It is actually considered one of the most popular indie films ever produced in the United States and in the world. It's grossed some $241 million in the US, plus another $127 million across the globe. So a very popular movie. And today I came bearing good news for you, Tal.
Bring it on.
Well, over 12 years after the first movie, there is going to be a sequel, My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2. Universal Studios have already acquired the U.S. distribution rights.
Did she got divorced? Then she needs to remarry.
Well, apparently it's not going to be about a divorce. We were all dreading that, but it's not going to be about a divorce. They're saying that there's going to be a family secret that will bring the family back together, and an even bigger wedding this time.
Danielle Ziri, go work on your participation in the contest.
Thank you.
All right,
you too.
Thank you. Trifonas Nikolaidis was born in Cyprus. When he was 12-year-old, he moved by himself to Limassol, and a year after to Nicosia, where he then started to perform as a singer and played the bouzouki. Nowadays, he's a popular singer here in Israel, exposing the Israeli audience to the Greek tones, and we're so lucky to have him in our studio today. Hi, thank you for being with us.
Hello, I thank you to you. I'm very happy to be with you today.
So, Trifonas, tell us, what made you move to Israel eventually, and to what extent do you still feel Greek living outside the country?
For me, it was a very nice experience, you know, and I'm glad from the first moment I came to the country. I was very, very successful, and I fall in love with the people, with the country, until today, you know, and I'm still here.
We're lucky to have you. So tell us, what is special or typical about the Greek music?
The Greek music, and especially the laiko with the bouzouki, is music, very, very happy music. And it's getting in touch, you know, with everybody, with young people, with old people.
Do Greek artists use their voice to maybe express some political, you know, say? I
remember on 74, 70, it was Mikis Theodorakis, the whole, you know, music, it was about politics. And it's helping the people, you know, to get more together, in touch. And the music always is helping, you know, nations.
And since you're here, what are you going to sing for us today?
Today, I'm going to sing one of my favorite songs. They call it Ariana. Which, you know, it's a true story about me. And the place is very close to the studios over here. And in this place, I was singing straight for 5 years.
Oh, that's
every
nice.
night.
Oh, wow.
Including Sundays.
All right.
And it's a very nice song, you know.
Trifonas, go get ready for your performance. And in the meanwhile, I would like to say yes to everybody and thank you for watching.
Haydi bre kardeş, mimulede magabas, ve o başına şarmikol neşama, ve emrok bin barakaba, kola layla. ב-1967 זמן קצר אחרי המלחמה יפו מול הים באריאנה כל הלילה שרה לבמה היידה ברגרדש ממולדת מגבס ואופה שיננה שר מכל הנשמה